Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Keys and Strings. Oh gosh, this is a wonderful day. We have a wonderful show for you today, as we have special guests with us in the studio. So, as we always do, we begin with a prayer. So, join me as I pray. Father, we're grateful to you for today. We thank you for an opportunity to learn. Help us, Lord, that we will be doers of what we're learning and not just hearers. In Jesus' name, amen. So the song you're hearing in the background is CCMA by Major Metal, and it so happens that we have him in the studios with us, and so we're going to talk to him about his ministry and all that he's doing, and he's obviously joining us for discussion, so stick and stay. Alright, so let's get into discussions. Today we are going to talk about transitioning from one choir to the other. I know we deal with this all the time because we have people who come from the universities and are joining the choirs in our main church for the first time, or people who are leaving church and going to other institutions or going to other countries even, and some of the things that you need to know regarding when you first join a choir and when you're moving from another choir and all that. But let me introduce my guests. I have Chacha obviously here with us. He's a co-host and a panelist. I have Eugene, who works in the background for the show. And we have a very special guest here. We have Major Metal. Gentlemen, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll be chatting with Major Metal later regarding his music and all the great things that he is doing. But let's get into conversations. Now, when you are part of a choir, okay, there are things that you know about them. There are things that you guys have done and accomplished, concerts and things that you've done. And now you are leaving and you're transitioning to another choir. You're going to another choir, and I think it's appropriate that you all are here, especially Eugene, because he is still in school, and so he will be able to tell us his experiences when he left his home church and joined maybe a choir on campus. I don't know if you sing on campus, so you're in a choir on campus. Yeah. You are. All right. So I think first of all, it is a new space, okay, and so you need to be able to get out of your mind all the things that you may know and embrace all the newness in this new space that you find yourself. I think that's one of the things that would initially bring a friction or a problem, where you may want to do the same things that you do in the old choir and bring that into this new choir. And you can work in whatever capacity. Maybe you can be an MD or an MD of another choir, and now you are joining a new choir. And it's like, well, this is how we did it, or this is how we do it. And it may be best practice and all, but you need to be able to start on a fresh plate or palette. So I think we'll get into that. I'll ask the questions, and then I'll take submissions from you all. The first thing is, I guess, the emotional attachment to the former place that you were, and how to deal with that and not let that affect your move, because God has placed an anointing, or God has placed a burden or a gift inside of you, and you need to fulfill it. And it might not be a familiar environment, but what do? Do you join the choir because you can, or you want to, or do you say, okay, well, this I don't want to do it because this is not what I'm used to? Let me start with you, Eugene, because you just recently, we all have left school, but he's in school. So what is your experience with joining a new choir, or being in a new space, in terms of how you emotionally adjusted? It wasn't a big move for you.
Okay, I think you joining a new choir, it's quite tough, because you are leaving some old faces you are familiar with.
Right.
You joining a new choir. Yes, it's quite tough, because you are now going to start again, learn everything.
Learn what their new culture is, and the things that they do, and what you didn't know. I mean, I think for most of us, it's not very emotional. I think we're talking about this. If you are passionate about music, it won't be such an emotional. Well, I don't know. You guys may be emotional. I don't know. How is that? You are very emotional. How is that experience for you? Is there any is it emotional for you when you have to step in a new space? I mean, imagine this year you've traveled to another country, and you're staying there for like a year or two, and then you are joining a new space, and you're missing your old choir.
I mean, aside the passion and all that, I think that the emotionality also comes in, because you've built relationships, you've met people, you've created contact with a lot of people, and now you are leaving that space to a different space. You understand? That is a bit emotional, because you are going to miss some things, some things you used to do with some people, because I'm sure that there are people you would be very close with, move with them. Okay, you're going for rehearsals together, Charlie bro, let's go. You understand? So you go together, but you live there, and that person is not calling you again, because you are no longer in that space. So I think there's an emotional part of it. Do you understand? But I mean, it is the work of God. It is passion, and it's ministry. So if it is ministry and you're moving to a different space, I think that sometimes the emotional aspect, it comes in, but you must find a way to adjust and find yourself in where you are at the moment. Some people, okay, maybe I held a position at where I was, maybe now you are and I come and now Charlie common flame. It's sometimes difficult, because now a new music director is directing you. Go this way, do this way, and maybe if you don't take a pride mindset in it, you feel like Charlie, I was also a director. What are you telling me to do? Do you understand? So it happens, but you just have to manage it and adjust.
So let me ask Church this question then. How do you manage the disappointment of of the transition, in terms of the difference that you initially see? So let's say let's say you were in a choir that was very big, and you used to do like big songs and tough songs and songs that were very challenging, and now you have come to a place where choir is very small. It's filled with older people who may not be as technically good. Okay, well, let me not put that on old people, but it's filled with people who may not be as technically sound or technically good, and the seriousness may not be to your liking. How do you deal with that? Because there's a disappointment in that.
Well, this question. Okay, hi guys. Good morning. I hope you're all doing well. Interesting topic. When you sent me this thing, I was like, I smiled. I was like, hey, emotional adjustment and things are coming. It's not easy. I mean, there are a lot of reasons why people leave choirs to other choirs. Okay, some people do that for career development. I mean, to develop their skills and all. Others do that because maybe they moved from their area or where they stay or something. Maybe some job took them for exactly. And so it depends on, I mean, the reason why you are leaving, or the reason why you are here. If you stay there for a long time, this is what you are passionate about. Right. You love music. You are here, even if you are not a music director there. I mean, you want to cause change. You want to help. So the first thing that I feel you should do is to appreciate their kind of music. You have to respect what they are doing at that particular time. Because fine, you are who you are, and you came from here, now you are here. This is what you have. You have to work with it. Right. You have to respect. The first thing that you have to do that would not cause a lot of emotional damage to you is to respect the kind of music that they are doing.
That it will be different.
Exactly.
But can you say, and this is to all of you, can you say that because of this, like let's say you were moved to a different country even, and
are you traveling soon? The way you are.
Listen, all this is very possible. You know, so okay, well, even country is still too wide, but even to a different town, a different state, or and you the standard is not to your liking. You know, do you say that? Like, is it okay to say? Then I won't sing. I won't do.
Wow.
What do you think?
No, I don't think you would. So let me take a scripture, Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. You understand? So this affirms that transition are normal.
Right.
They are part of God's plans. You understand? So if you move, okay, so maybe I'm in Kumasi, and now I am in Accra. And I've joined a particular church. There's a reason why I am in that church.
Yes.
And God has given me this voice to sing. I shouldn't say that, okay, this is not my standard, so I'm not going to join the choir. I'm supposed to join the choir and find a way, like, be close to directors. Find a way to make sure that the so-called standard, you think, as my brother said, you need to respect their kind of music. You need to respect what they used to do. But I mean, giving up your point is there are suggestions. You can't force it on anyone. So you find a way to get close to directors. Okay, I think that we can do this. I think we can do this. They are all suggestions, and you shouldn't be offended when your suggestions are not taken in.
Right.
You understand? And those are the problems we have. When you give a suggestion and it's not taken in, you end up offended. But when you just have it in mind that, okay, this is a suggestion, it can be taken, it might not be taken. That one, emotionality steps aside. You know that it is for the kingdom.
Right.
You understand? So you do it willingly, and there's a way you communicate.
Some of us in a new space.
Yeah, some of us don't communicate
maybe
well.
in your older place, you could talk to the MDA anyhow because he's actually your friend.
Yeah.
But here, he even maybe younger than you, but you can't
overstep. Yeah. So there's a way you communicate to people, and they will know that, okay, he's willing to really support. You understand? He's not trying to kind of be in competition with me or something. There's a way you go out. Some people don't do it well, and that is where the problem comes in. You want to let a person feel like, I know better than you do. You understand? And it's an issue. So if I feel like you want to make it look like you know better than, I don't think I will give you a listening ear. You understand? I'm going to brush you off because.
So right now we're saying that while a choir and the new choir you're joining should be welcoming.
Yeah.
The onus is on you who is joining the choir to also come with a humble spirit.
Yeah.
You know, so that they can also receive you well, because they are also human beings. They if a new person comes in, let's say maybe your reputation precedes you, and then they know that this person coming, like maybe has done background for, say, Joe Metal, has done something for someone, so they know that you are very good. Definitely they'll have some form of like I don't know, jealousy or some kind of mentality surrounding what you you are coming to do a lot. Especially, let's say the MD will feel a little intimidated. So you have to come in a little humble. Not that you should dim your lights, but you should be humble. And as you're saying, if you are asking them to do something that you think could make the singing better or the choir better, it should be done in a humble way, so that you don't sound like you're coming to take over their whole show. Wow. Okay, so I think the next thing we can talk about is learning to adjust and adapt to the new things that you are experiencing now. Because now, and see, we're talking about you going to a place where it might be low, but you might go to a place where it is much higher. You can't keep up, So, and that is, for me, a lot of us, I would say this for a lot of us, that those were experiences when we were going to campus choirs for the first time, because maybe you might be in a church choir. Church choir allows a lot of baggage or issues, but campus choir is very small set of people. They want quality, they want a certain kind of music, a certain kind of style. Is youthful, so you're joining a new space. How do you adjust? Because each choir has their own sound. Each choir has even the genre of music that they like. You go to some churches and they like the Hillsong style. You go to some churches and they may like a local style. You go to a church and they may like something else. So there is an adjustment. There is a level of discipline that you need to have, and professionalism, knowing that what you know and what you bring to bear is not what maybe these people may need or want. You may have to come on a fresh space. So anyone can answer this. Do you have any experiences where you had to step up, in a space where was new for you musically? It could be a choir, it could be a music group that you were part of, and it's like, wow, this is like an advanced level, or this is something that would challenge me to do better. And how did you take that on? Anyone can answer this. I don't know.
Can I talk?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I feel like, just as you said, there are a lot of there are styles in music that for each choir. So the kind of choir, I remember when I came, I completed school. I directed mass choir in Winneba. So when I came out, I was one challenge. One challenge that I faced here was finding a church.
Right.
Finding myself a church. It's either it will be low. Yeah. It will be. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's either the how should I put it? The strength of the choir in the church that I find myself in at a point in time is lower than my expectation.
Right.
Or it's way higher, way above, because at that time I had not worked with certain people. I mean, you've directed mass choir, yeah, fine, but yeah, exactly, yeah. So I needed to study the style of music at that time. You get it? I remember. I joined the church. I was serving as a music director there, and the pastor didn't know that I could sing. I was just studying. When I come out, teach them, and for about 6 months, we were just learning. They will not come and minister any song, just the praise and worship. But because their strength was not really, yeah, exactly. But the day that he realized that I could really sing, he was, so what are you doing? What are you waiting for? Exactly. You get, so you have to relax, be open-minded, be flexible, study the style of music of where you are.
What's going on?
Exactly. I believe that Obian in a time, your time to shine will come. Exactly. And one of the ways to make things easier when you get to a new place is to just be welcoming. I mean,
be nice.
Yeah, be nice. Talk to the MD. Let him know that, actually this guy knows he knows something.
Yeah.
And then one day your time will just be like, okay, can you help me teach this song, or can you help me? He'll be marveled. You get it? So just don't be come on. Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah.
I think that there's a reason why you would want to move from a particular choir to a different choir.
Yeah.
You understand? And you are not being forced to join a choir.
Right.
So meaning that you know the reason why you joined. You've seen what they do. You know the music they sing. So before you joined, you had all that in mind before you joined.
Right.
So I don't think that joining should be a problem. After you join, then you start complaining because you saw all those things behind the scene
before you took
you
a
joined. So,
membership
form. Before you took a membership form and they wrote your name, they asked you, do you want to join? I'm sure you even went for audition.
Oh, see, now, more than now they do it.
Yeah, now you go for audition
There's
and all that. So
yeah.
you passed through all that and you joined the choir and you are now complaining. Okay,
you need to adjust to.
You need to you need to open up. Create new relationships, socialize, you understand? And don't be in your own corner. Okay, I'm tenors. You are not even your people you sing tenor with. You don't even talk to them. It's after rehearsals, you are going your way. It is not like that. You are in a new space. Create. Oh, Charlie, what's your name?
Bagged your metal. I mean,
you know,
we are using Jometo.
I'm kidding. It's metal. Okay, Amarikisi.
You back Amarikisi, so you are feeling too big. Charlie, me, I'm back Amarikisi. No, like, you understand? Just, my name is Major Metal. What's your name? Like, you understand? Just create that vibe. Let them know that you are a free person. You are very open. I think that would help. That would help.
Yeah. Because, you see, unless, of course, maybe it's a short transition. Even with that, you want to make the best out of it. You want to enjoy yourself, have fun.
Exactly.
If you are very closed off, you won't really enjoy yourself or make the most out of it. They won't even know what you carry or what you can do and all. So it's important to be very open and free, make friends, enjoy yourself. And I think sometimes I struggle with this because I'm not very I'm friendly. I'm very friendly, but I don't make a lot of friends, and I won't come to you and talk to you or something like that. And it wouldn't even be because I don't like you or I don't want to be friends. I'm the nicest. I'll be nice and stuff. But it affects my relationships and my relationship pool because then I don't even know who do I call for this. When maybe I know the person, or I can't call the person because I've not established that. So if you are joining a place, a new choir, it's like even joining a new job. It is in your own advantage to form allies and to form friendships that if you need something, because besides even the singing and all, it might be a new area. If you need to go somewhere, you need to get something, you need to do something. It is someone in the choir that can help you or support you, So it's very important that, which is our next
second. So I think what you're saying is perfect, and it's the people that would support you when you. I mean, it's the people.
Yeah.
I said before we even started, I met Major Metal, and I'm sure Major Metal didn't even know that I was a singer.
No.
I was just, I was part of
he just came for the service.
And I was like, Charlie, this guy sings good. Like, let's, and there's a way to do it that would not seem like, oh yeah, I'm show.
Oh, of course.
Yes, I mean, so be honest, the way I would say, Omari can't be like myself. I can't be like Omari. Omari is very, I won't say it. But Omari is a wonderful person. I mean, if he knows you and then he has that connection with you, I mean, because you get it. So there's a way to do it. Just be open-minded, be free, and try to make good use of your time. I mean, yes, the people that surround you at any point in time, you may not know where you would meet them in the next. You get it, so that's it. Eugene, what's up?
Cool.
But have you made some friends in your new environment, and how did you connect with those people?
Okay, I can say they are all coming, so they put up an atmosphere that, like, when everybody you come to rehearsals, like, you feel like you're part of a family.
But are you part of the mass choir there?
Yes, but I haven't joined their rehearsal session. I joined them like late. But I'm part of like Pensa choir. That's King's Praise. I joined their rehearsal sessions
and you've been able to connect with a lot of the people in there and all. I mean, it for some people it takes some time, but for a lot of people, I think they are very free and able to connect.
Sometimes I find it difficult to approach
people, right? Yeah, so it's like when the opportunity is set, then you try. But no, seriously, even in general, this is I think it falls in line with it. Networking is one of the best assets, or I guess, soft skills that if you have, you would move mountains, because people can help you.
Yeah.
But it is based on relationship. It's based on the confidence to even ask. Because sometimes you may know a person, they might know you, but even the confidence to go before them. But if you have established some form of
relationship,
connection where you can freely text them, you can freely call them, then it would be good. I mean, this is something that I need to work on personally, and I think for people who are out there listening, like, I don't connect with people at all. Like, I won't call you, I won't text you, I barely do that. It's very few people that I consistently text, and it almost seems like people that I have to deal with every day or something like that, So, and in my mind, I assume that if I know you, or we've met before and we've connected before and we didn't fight before we left each other, I should be able to pick up the phone and call you and say, oh, hey, I'm doing this, can you support this, can you come here and do that? But it is not with that with a lot of people. Some people like get offended if you have not like called them in even like maybe 6 months and they have never heard from you. They are like, when you need something, that's when you are calling me, So you have to find a way to keep in touch.
Yeah, balance it. Yeah.
You have to, like, some people are good at it. I'm not very good, but I at first I didn't think it was necessary. I felt like people are over exaggerating this thing, or they are getting offended for no reason. But I see that for many people, that is how they see it. That if we have to connect, and I have to give you something, I have to do something for you, I have to help you with something, then we have to be in some form of regular communication. You can't leave me for like a year and now you call me up and say, oh, I'm organizing a concert, so can you come? Or it won't work. It won't work. So if you are like me out there, try.
You try.
Oh, I don't try. I want to try, but it's just very tough. And obviously, it doesn't mean that you also lose yourself, and that is all. You're always trying to connect with people, and all. That's a problem. Yeah. But I realize that it works, and for people who are able to keep in touch, they get the best out of the relationships that they form. So take advantage of that and connect. I don't know if anyone has anything else to add before we move on. All right. So now let's get to the meat of it, which is learning the new music, learning the new stuff that you need to do. Let's say in your old choir, you weren't doing warm-ups. Now you have to do warm-ups. Your performance style was different. You don't even rehearse before going. Everybody just comes, holds the mic, and then we just go. But now it's like, oh no, you have to robe. You have to do this before you go on. You have to do that before you go on. There is some catching up that you need to do in terms of musically. There's some catching up that you need to do, and you need to prepare, I guess, your mind and yourself for it. I remember when I joined Lagos CCF Family Choir for the first time. I mean, I was ready. I was really ready because I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to understand all of these things. So I was very ready, and I was pleasantly surprised at how organized it was from where I was coming from. We have to do rehearsals. We have to pick out part leaders and things like that. We had to learn the harmonies. I mean, I didn't even know harmonies. So I understood it, but I couldn't pick out songs and all. I had to learn how to do harmonies. I had to learn how to connect with other people, sing with people in a group where you're not overshadowing them. My voice can't even overshadow people. But yeah, you have to learn all of these things. And it was a new adjustment, but it was one that I was ready for. And I think sometimes some people go into certain spaces. That's why they may leave early, because they go and it's like, this is a bit too much. Like, why are we coming for rehearsals twice a week? Why are we why am I being forced to sing it this way? Why am I being forced? Because sometimes, let's say the MD says, sing it straight, add this here, add vibrato here, and there's like, can't we just sing? Just I've been in a place where the person was like, you know, but in certain environments that will not fly. You have to follow the rules that are going. This is how we do our songs. This is how we do our rehearsals. You have to come in at 6 and rehearse. Otherwise, you are not joining the choir to sing on stage. You know, there are lots of things that you may not be used to. Even some things like having all-night rehearsals. It wasn't something that I used to do, but when you come to campus, that is all is our bread and butter. You know, although I mean I don't do all-night rehearsals anymore. You know, so what are some of your experiences, or what are your submissions on this particular topic? Being able to adjust musically, the learning practices and things that you do. You can bring out some of your experiences in that regard.
Wow. I'll say that back home, so I wouldn't mention the name of the church, but the choir wasn't that structured. And I wasn't really in the choir like that. But you see, you can come for rehearsals that anytime you want. So right. Assuming, okay, Saturdays we are meeting at 6. Bedroom at 8 now. I'm going to buy a cry. And that's a problem. It was not structured. Then Sunday they have to say, okay, Charlie, do praise and worship. Yeah, the guy don't come. Like those kind of things. So I went to campus and I joined Family Choir, CCF. And part leaders will meet for rehearsals.
Definitely.
The whole choir will meet. Musicians will meet.
Yes.
There are days for that. And you come late and they tell you go back to your hall.
Yeah.
I mean,
we have
what's going on? You understand? Mondays, after you have supposed to go for rehearsals, it's just for parts. You have to say no instrument, raw, now you're tuning. And you are wondering why. Part leader is texting you, Meta, where are you? You are supposed to be here by this time. If you don't ask for permission before the day for rehearsals, don't ask at all. Right. You have to try and come. If you don't come, like you said, you are not ministering with us.
Definitely.
Do you understand? And if you are really passionate about what you are doing, you want to minister. You want to minister, so you would try as much as possible to be there. Do you get me? And because it was that new to me, seeing seriousness.
Yeah.
Like, and I remember there was a time that joint service we had to join mass choir, and okay, they were like, so family choir, try and go. It's not by force, it's not compulsory. So they hedge us to try and join them. And I went for rehearsals one time, and what they were doing in mass choir, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like the range at which just vocal training and what they were doing. I went back to my hall and I was really thinking. I had to rethink my life again.
Yeah, but so you take it in a positive light. Yeah, it's challenging you to want to do.
So
better.
you have to be teachable.
Oh yeah.
You have to be a person that is teachable, always ready to learn and unlearn. There are things that okay, maybe you've learned it. Okay, this is how I'm supposed to do it. And I mean, it's not working. Yeah. You need to unlearn it and be teachable. Accept that okay, this one is there. He can help me, you understand? And go to people. Maybe after rehearsals, you go back to your part leader. I did not get this. Can you sing it again? Or can you record it and send it to me so that I can go through it? I think some of these things would really help, you understand? Because you are in a new space and there are new things going on and you've never seen it before. Like, it's new to you. You are seeing solid instrumentalism when they are on the keys. Everything is fine. And where you do not really have solid musicians.
Let me just chip in this. Once you said the musician, you also have to sometimes. That's why you need to come in with a humble spirit. But you can go into spaces where the people might be better than you, and their attitude, like you have to deal with attitudes of people who may look down on you because you may not be at their level and all. Yes, and sometimes you may need to suppress whatever anger or whatever thing that you are feeling in order to learn, because you might be in a space where they are obviously better than you, and they may say sometimes or intimidate you with the things that they say or things that they do and how they are acting, and they might even actually be rude to you. You know, where you go to a place and then maybe they might bully you or haze you a little bit, you know, but if you know what you can learn from that space or what you can get from there, you don't let that stop you from moving along or staying and learning. Because imagine you go into a choir that, let's say, Joy Celebration, okay, and these are great singers, great musicians, great artists, and all they're artists on their own, and then you are getting some things wrong, and they will be looking at you like, what is this? But you have to, guys, you have to be willing to ignore that, because I think that is what sometimes discourages people from moving on, when they hear that like they are not treating me nicely, they are not being friendly, they are looking down on me. But especially if you know what you can learn from them. I'm not talking about places where they are not good and then they are being rude, but if you know that you can learn something from them, and most of us have been with let's say ministers or artists or people who we're not like the nicest or the best people, but it's for a time, and you know what you are going to learn from them, and so you just really try, and then do what you can so that you can learn. I'm just chipping that because it came to my mind.
I think, can I say something?
Yeah.
One minute. So I think what you're saying is wonderful, and it's very interesting, because even God, before he uses you, you have to enable yourself.
Definitely.
You have to be willing before he enables you. He strengthens you to work for him. You understand? So one thing that I really respect about Omare is that I always mention him because he's a very wonderful individual. So one thing that I love about him is that he is very transparent. Omare will tell you that, Charlie, this thing, I can't do it. You get it? This thing, I don't think and I learned it from you to how to be transparent, be truthful to yourself, accept it that, okay, this is the level at which I am in musically at the moment. Okay, I want to learn more.
Right.
I mean, these people are rude, but they are not going to kill me. They are not performing any operation on me. I'm just here to learn for a time, for a period. And in fact, a lot of stories behind these successful people that we see here,
they persevered through that.
Exactly.
Many times. Because if you are comfortable, like usually where you find so much peace, especially initially, means you are being comfortable. I'm telling you, where you find so much peace, and sometimes we long for that. It's just normal. But where you are finding so much peace and now there's nothing going on, or you are the one reigning, it means you are being comfortable. Usually you have to be in spaces where you are challenged. Maybe not necessarily somebody being rude, but where it is clear to you that you are not, like, you have more to learn, and that you should long for those spaces much more. Where and so you realize that there are some young artists or ministers who they go and find themselves with like top artists, and you might think that they are doing and all, but it actually helps them because they are connecting with greatness, and they are rubbing shoulders with greatness, and by the time they are done, they are also great. I'm just giving someone like Philip Ajala. He was with, let's say, Pastor Isaiah, and Philip is great now because of that association. I mean, Philip didn't sound like what he sounds like some years ago, but now he's just wonderful. So I think you have to try and not just limit yourself. I'm doing my thing in my own corner. I'm telling you, I've done that before. It doesn't work. You have to really move with a certain crowd of people and push yourself. And so if you are joining a new choir, let's say, sometimes even within churches there are choirs that may have different strengths, and you want to transition to a better choir, or you want to join the praise and worship team, which is more specialized. You will have to deal with people who are better than you, people who are looking at you like, who is this person? But persevere through it, and as you do that, you will come out on top. Final thoughts, and then we'll have a quick chat. Any thoughts, Eugene? No, Eugene is not talking today. Okay. Mr. Metal.
I think back on campus, at a point I decided to join Trinity Baptist, the choir. Not join the church. join the choir. I joined the rehearsal so that I learned some stuff because it was the music director was this guy. He plays for Joe Metal.
J Loops.
J Loops, yeah. So
J Loops will tell you.
I had to get connected, and I wanted to, because I was the music director back then. I was trying to get the whole choir from Family Choir so that we go for rehearsals there as well. So I spoke to J Loops and I was like, oh, fine, the number. So we gave the number of people that, but I mean, the choir wasn't too willing, I would say that. So yeah, I had to do it myself so that you go and learn new stuff. Yeah. Do you get me? You learn new stuff. So I think it is also very good. You just have to let the people know your reason for joining, so that it shouldn't be like, okay, you want to be in the church and join on Sunday. Sunday you can just join the rehearsals and learn from them how they do their stuff. You understand? How they go about doing this, doing that. You understand? Because some actually teach them the music. Yeah. Okay, sing this way. Yeah. Sing, but there are some choirs because you don't really have
time. You don't have the singers to
get me. But there are choirs that they will teach you. Okay, this is the key C. Sing this way, you understand, and it's all good. So I think that sometimes you have that in mind and be ready to learn from other people, other great people out there. Yeah.
The last word I'll put in is that you have to pay the price. Right. If it is something that you long for, if it is something that you want to use, you want to work with, you have to pay the price now and enjoy later.
Definitely.
You don't expect to be comfortable now and then people be inviting you for programs that no, you don't do that.
And I mean, wherever you are. You can learn something.
Yeah.
So whether they are better than you, whether they are, the standard is lower than you it is still a learning curve, because let's say you might say, oh, they are singing local songs or whatever, traditional song, but there is something to learn from them that you can bring into your modern style. And if maybe they are being a little too modern, there's something that you can learn from there, and you adjust so that your gift can still be used, so that you're not just you've left and so now you don't sing anymore, you don't use your gift anymore, you don't play anymore, So we'll take a quick musical break and we'll have a chat with Minister Metal. Don't go anywhere. Yes, indeed. Nyamnisun Sumbra Beshem. Okay, it's been long since I spoke to you like that. I'm kidding. On the show. But that is CCMA by Minister Major Metal. Is it Major Metal or Minister Metal? Like, what do we call you? Major Metal.
Major Metal, yeah.
Yes, indeed. And you've been doing music for a while now, and you're someone I met on campus. You're doing your thing, and how has the journey been so far to this particular record?
I would say that obviously it has not been easy. It has not been easy, starting from senior high.
Oh.
Okay, no, I started back in children's service.
Obviously.
Singing in children's service and all. And I mean, we're not really taking it that serious. I mean, come and lead praise and worship. Yeah, go and do it. So it was like that. I joined, when I went to SHS, it was like that. I had to join the choir. And it started from there. But I never had in mind that, okay, I'm going to
be an artist, like record music,
be in the ministry or something. But so I got to the uni, I joined CCF, and I think it really started from there. I learned a lot from there. It built me up from there, and the passion grew like as time went.
I understand it. Same for me. Same part.
At a point, I just felt that burden. That burden to be in it, like do this, you understand, for the kingdom. You understand? Associating myself with some like Pastor Emmates and the rest, they really helped me. He shaped me a lot. I mean, when you talk to Pastor, you understand. So I learned a lot, and I think that it has helped the journey. It has helped the journey. So this song was recorded last year, if I'm right, last year. Yeah. I just was like, I'm doing this.
Yes,
I am doing this. You understand? And
I
had this song the last 3 years, so that's when I had CCME. I just had the CCME. So I just.
Which is a wonderful prayer. You know, we all need that. I mean, you went on to become MD for Family Choir, and then now you are doing your own thing. We're talking about transitioning from one point to how has that been? You stepping into your own music and doing all of that.
I think. Getting to lead people, I mean, someone led me, someone was the music director before, I mean, people complete and you have to take over. I became praise and worship leader in level 200, praise and worship leader. Level 300, I had to step in because I remember I mentioned to you that music director had to leave, so I had to step in as a director.
So you were like a junior director became...
Yes, I was a praise and worship leader, and because the director wasn't left, I had to take over and start acting as a director and all that. So, I mean, it started back in the SSS. I was a director, so
the gift was already there.
More like director from 300 to 400. So we completed. So I mean, it shaped me. It helped me. You need to learn because you're a director. I come to teach, so you have to learn. So I think all those stages helped me a lot.
And what are we looking forward to with any new projects? What are you doing?
Oh yeah, ending of this month, there's a new song coming out titled Jesus, and I believe that's gonna be a blessing. We should anticipate it's gonna be a blessing.
Definitely. I mean, I think I've witnessed you, minister. You're powerful. You're passionate. You clearly love God. You love the ministry, and you're pushing us as hard as you can. Please, any relation with Joe Metal? Because we should talk about it in chambers.
We'll talk about it in chambers,
No, that's wonderful. So that is Minister Major Metal, who is just on fire for God. His song is CCMA, which is Mold Me. Mold Me, and it features the one and only Nanamwa. We love it. And so go support him. Where can we find you? What are your social media handles, and how do we connect with you?
So Major Metal 23 on Instagram, Metal on Facebook, Major Metal YouTube. I mean Major Metal on social media handles.
I think that is very memorable. So go support him, go follow him, check out his music. Is this out on YouTube?
Out on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify.
Awesome. So anywhere music is sold and streamed, you can find him. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Please come back anytime that you're available. We'll be happy to have you. And thank you also, Church and Eugene, for joining in the discussion. Thank you also out there for listening to us. I will come your way again, same time next week with another show. It's bye from us in the studios.